Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't already know, my name's Joe, and today we're going to talk about why people pleasing is actually pushing your partner or potential partner away. Now, this channel's all about childhood trauma, working through your traits and bettering yourself. But I think as males, we're quite like results focused. So if we can also see it from the other side, and we can see that actually us people pleasing at the start of a relationship, giving too much time and attention, being too available, giving too much, I think is the overall like overarching statement. We can see why that's actually pushing your potential partner away and could be hindering finding the person that you really want to be with. Now, I got some inspiration from a post earlier on Instagram, and let me just pull it back up again. This lady, she just really got me thinking that it's not only about us healing and working on us. Of course, that's the main place we need to start. But then if we can also think about it from the other side, then, it makes it a lot easier to digest, and we can really see why these things are having such a massive impact on us. So the first point she's made is having clear direction in life gives her space to choose you. And what I was basically saying is just don't be available all the time. And it's a really masculine trait when you're working, you're the provider. It's like a big masculine energy thing, isn't it, that we should be projecting. And if you're anything like me, you do work hard. But sometimes we could, I won't say necessarily sacrifice our work, but we'll make things work so we're always available when they're available so we can see them. But actually not seeing them, rejecting them sometimes rejecting to see them sometimes is a good thing. It's a good, strong thing. Not only with work though, it could be for socialising, it could be for spending time with your kids if you've got kids from a previous relationship. These are all good traits that we might necessarily, well, I'll give a personal account. I would maybe think, well, if I don't see them and I tell them I can't see them today, then maybe they might go out with someone else, or that means they're not going to they're not going to have me in such high regard as they have before. But that's not actually the case. That's an insecurity within you. Also, her second point here in this post is overgiving creates shame. So most women don't fully believe they're worth receiving without effort. So this is an interesting psychological take on it, because if you're giving and not receiving back, and this is something that I've been really, really guilty of in the past, it wouldn't be about it wouldn't be about a true account of, okay, they're giving me something, I'm going to give them something. And it doesn't always work that way, but it should be slow and built up over time rather than just diving in and giving everything right from the off. And what she's saying here is actually women feel a bit of shame about that. And I don't want to spoil further posts or further points she's going to make, but think about the flip side of it as well. Think about if somebody's just been very available for you or given you a lot. They're there. It's almost like they're guaranteed. And it actually puts you off a little bit. There's like an element of chase that we require as humans to keep us interested. We want it to be a bit of a game, we want to have to prove ourselves a little bit. There's a little element of that. Hopefully you see my point with that one. And then she's next point is women value what they work for. Just like men, effort increases desire. So again, that's just what we was covering in that point there, the one before. True authenticity makes her choose you for the right reasons. So, you are a good person. I'm a good person. Now we should be sitting back and being good people and letting them choose us as much as we're choosing them. You probably heard me say this before, but I've spent my whole life, once I get through like date 1 or 2, it becomes a game of I need them to want me. I want them to want me because deep down I thought that was going to make me feel whole. Now I've done the work, I realise that isn't true. And now it puts you in a much better spot because now you can sit back being much more self-assured, and not only consciously, which I always have been, but subconsciously. We've worked on the subconscious stuff, and now I can sit back and be assured, and we can take our time getting to know each other. And yeah, as things progress and I start seeing they've got all the traits that I need in a woman in a relationship, then you can start giving more time and attention, start giving more effort. But this thing should be slowly increased over time. And look, this woman here is actually saying like why that's a negative. Like, you giving too much means that you're not able to sit back, and she's not able to admire you for being a good masculine man. And there's sort of a recurring theme here, isn't there, for all these points. Point number 5 is she's unconsciously drawn to men with higher testosterone. Again, like I said about reoccurring, this is you being a masculine man. So that's you working out, and this is what the point's about. And for this one, it's, you know, looking after yourself. You don't have to be a big macho guy, but take care of yourself. Whether that's doing meditation, stretching, yoga, whatever it is, but be there for yourself. Make sure you're looking after number 1. She does make points about, you know, muscles are attractive. I think it's been proven that women notice physical traits first, particularly in the shoulder area. I didn't know that was a natural fact, but apparently it is. And she's just saying, eat high quality protein, stop eating as much crap and sugar, get rid of all the toxic cleaning products. Don't really know if I particularly agree with that one. And yes, she put this stuff really does matter. Point number 6, which also relates to the previous one, is self-discipline is biologically sexy to the female brain. So again, your woman wants to know that you go to work, you're career driven. If you're not career driven, you've got a drive to succeed in your hobbies, or something you're passionate about your family, you look after people, your friends, and you also go to the gym or whatever you do, you go to your classes, you take time to look after yourself and you prioritise yourself. That's actually, according to this woman, a biologically sexy trait for a woman in their brain. Her last point here, she put nice guy behaviour instead of instinct feels icky. So what she's basically saying is, don't turn up as the nice guy. Be instinctive. Is that what she's saying? Yeah, she is saying that. Let's reread it. But yeah, she's saying, don't try to be the nice guy. You are a good guy, hopefully, if you're watching this. We're good people. Show up as your authentic self. Don't be over the top. Don't feel like you need to win them over. There is an element of that, but you're good enough to win them over on your own. And that's something that deep down, I've only just realised. Subconsciously, I've got to a place now where I'm believing that. And that's how you truly grow, and that's how you truly show up as an authentic person in your next relationship. And then just to end, she's put, stop trying to prove your worth. It screams a lack of worth. It screams a lack of worthlessness. It's not a lack of worthlessness, is it? It's actually being worthless. And that's something I've definitely shown myself. Being too available. Think about it. You've just met this person, and then all of a sudden you're willing to devote loads of time and energy to this person. What does that actually say about the life that you had before? Just take a second and think about that. Something I've had to really think about. And if you was someone that dove in, it's because you were looking for somebody else to fulfill you or to complete your life. And it's not really a good thing. I mean, yeah, completing your life, I get that angle, but I mean, actually fulfill you in the moment and make your life better now. You know, it should be better for like the long term, not necessarily somebody that's ready to jump in now and make a big impact on you, because you should already have all that together. This person's just going to complement all of that. So yeah, I thought that was quite an interesting post. Just goes to show that not only do we need to work on ourselves, but we also will be pushing your potential partners away. You'll be spoiling your chances with somebody by having these negative traits. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of this video. The Brotherhood of Depth Links down below. It's a community on School, totally free. Join up. If you've watched this far, I must have sparked some interest. It's all going to be conversations like this. You're going to be able to share what's going on in your life. Other people will be sharing. You'll be able to gain knowledge. Also, if you're at a stage where you're healing or you're pretty much healed, sort of where I'm getting to now, or say I am at, then we're going to be able to give back to people who are having certain struggles. And it's all these life experiences. But really, I just wanted a place where men can be vulnerable, because it's hard to come by. It's not something that I know I've got many friends that can do, really. I do show up and I'm vulnerable with friends, but they don't really want to hear it, or they're not emotionally equipped to deal with it, which is fine. It's only because we're on this journey of healing and trying to understand ourselves better. Fortunately, for people that don't want to know, some of those people just get it and they do it intuitively, but we take a little bit more time and understanding, which isn't a bad thing. The stuff that's happened to us in our past that's caused us trauma, it's just what it is. We have to be there, be empathetic for ourselves, compassionate, but also share some of that. The brotherhood aspect is going to be so powerful. I can just feel it. I'm really happy for it. I'm just finalising loads of videos now, so these videos are going to be thick and fast. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a load of people in there. Even if we don't get a load, I just want good people in there that are willing to be vulnerable. So lastly, I'll just say, please do all the good YouTube stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.